Hi, Deborah. Hi, Nicola. How are you?
Hello, hi. Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can.
Okay. Um, I hope this is the right place to ask this. I'm
Yes.
in France, so the VAT has got to be EU. Yeah.
So the VAT has to got to be
The VAT, when I put the prices on the course, I've got to
the
put the
VAT.
Yes. Now,
Uh,
when I register in Zenler that is the VAT I need to do, does it automatically go through all the pricing and the pages?
okay. If you set it up by default in your account, is that what you're saying?
Sorry, say again.
I was saying when you set it up by default in your account, is that what you're saying?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. And are you traveling right now in France or do you live there? And that's the
I
question.
live here. I live here.
Okay. Understood. In that case, once you set it up in default, it should apply across your site. That should not be a problem.
Okay, so do
Yeah.
I have to put in? I've gone through some pages on various courses, and usually it puts up US VAT. So can I
Yeah.
just delete that, or do I have to say EU VAT, or can I just leave it empty?
Okay. Okay. So, if in your country the taxes apply for the EU VAT, then it would have to apply because the pricing box, as much as I know, is a dynamic block and you do not have option to edit anything in that block.
Right.
Yeah. So if your Zenler system is giving you that option, that means it has to be applied.
Uh, Still not quite sure because I just deleted it and it deleted
Can you
it.
send me a can you send me a screenshot for me to take a look at so that I get better clarity on the chat?
Yeah, okay. Go to somebody else while because it'll take me a minute to sort this out, Mamit. Thank you. Okay.
That's okay. Hi Deborah, how are you? How can I help you?
Hi. Um, right. I've just got one question today. So I've set up my site and uh it's very white. There's a lot of white in the main areas, if you see what I mean. Are you
Okay.
still there? Oh yes, you are. I thought you'd frozen for a minute. Yes. So I've fiddled about with it to try and change the background colour so it's a different colour than white, but I can't seem to do it. I'm not quite sure how do I do that.
Okay, just to confirm, are you doing this on a page, on an email broadcast? Where exactly are you doing it?
Sorry, I'm talking about my site, my actual site.
Yes, but on the site, which part? A page, a course page, a funnel page?
Well, all of it, to be quite honest, because if I go through every page, then it's all very white. It's very white. Everything is very white.
Okay.
So I'd
So
like
you want to change
the
the background
main,
color?
yeah, the main background
Oh,
color to not
okay.
be white.
What you can do is you can go to branding in Zenler and then you can
Yeah,
change the uh, the background color in branding and that would apply across your site.
right. So I have tried that because I thought that's what you'd say. So I have gone in there and I've gone down to body, color of the body on every page. And I have changed the background color, but it doesn't seem to change it.
Okay. There are two reasons. One, because a lot of times cookies store data. So you would have to clear your history and you have to log in into your site again for the update to show.
Right.
Sometimes it does update in the backend, but because of the cookies and the history stored, it does not update on the front end. So you will have to clear your history and you have to log in again into your site and then you will be able to see the update.
Okay. So how do I clear the history of this site then?
Okay, are you using a Mac or Android? A Windows, sorry.
Windows.
Okay. I'll just send you a quick YouTube video, or you can just YouTube yourself how to clear history on a Windows laptop, and it would help you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm back, Mummy.
Okay.
Oh,
And then
sorry.
log out, log in again.
Yes, correct.
Okay. And you said there might be another reason, or is that it?
That is, I think, the biggest reason.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once
I'll
it
have to
doesn't
try.
clear, then we can see.
Okay. Right. Okay. We can
Yeah.
talk to someone else now, and I'll have a try and see what happens. And if it doesn't work, I'll be back. Okay.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, Nicola.
I'm back. Did I just click on share screen? Yeah.
No, no, not here, since we are streaming live into the Facebook group.
Oh,
So
sorry.
yeah.
Sorry. What do you want me to send you a screenshot?
Yes, on the chat if you can.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, Scott. How are you?
I'm good, Manmeet. How are you doing?
I'm good as well.
We just got off the great live this morning with Rakesh on the communities. That
Oh,
was really
yeah.
good.
Yes, absolutely. The Zenler tour that is going on.
Yes, and I'm sure the email one on Saturday is going to be quite lively.
Thank you.
I don't envy you at all.
You are my biggest supporter.
I will be
We are
there.
one team.
I'll be there for you.
Absolutely. We are one team. Hi, Bjorn. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I've managed to watch the first two of the tour sessions.
All
'Cause
right.
I know I'm really gutted I've not been able to make any of them live so far, but I found them really helpful and I've watched them two or three times each. So
Thank
I'm
you.
looking forward to the others. I've just started number three. But I did have a question, if I may, yeah?
Just allow
Um,
me a minute. I was just answering Nicola's question. She's just sent me the screenshot. I'll answer that and I'll take your question then. Does that
sure,
work?
that's
Okay.
fine. Thank you.
All right. Nicola, I've got the screenshot here. So you mean to ask in the course $39 that you have added here, here is
Yeah.
where you need to know that if the VAT should be added or not. Is that correct?
Yes, it's got to be, well, I have to have EU VAT. Do I need, sorry, I've set my site up, Painting with Nicola, to be registered in all the back details for EU VAT. Now, what I
Okay.
want to know is whether that automatically puts itself up on my pages as EU VAT or whether I have to do it. Because usually the
Okay.
dynamic site comes up automatically with US VAT and a few other things, but I managed to take it out of that
Okay. Let
screenshot.
me just quickly check. I'm opening the page that you've sent me, and let me click on the sign up
Thank
button
you.
and let me see what shows on the checkout page. Because on the checkout page is where I will be able to understand whether that EU VAT is showing or not. Because mostly on the checkout page is where taxes play out. Let me just quickly check.
Oh, right.
Could you send me the link of your sign up page on this page? Below
The,
$39, there's a button which says sign up. Could you send me that?
sorry, send you which one?
On the page, there's a button which is sign up. When you click
Yeah,
on that, what is the page that opens up? Send me that link.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not going anywhere.
Okay. That means that it is not attached to any of the checkout page.
It's not. Sorry, Mamit. What did you say?
Yeah. So what I mean to say is this page where it is sign up now. When somebody clicks on sign up now, it should go to the checkout page where they enter their details, the card details, and they're able to make the purchase, right? But
Right.
if it is not clicking and going anywhere, that means you have not linked the pages. This
Okay.
custom designed form.
Okay. Do I have to unregister because I'm clicked in? I'm logged in at the moment.
That should not. Can you send me the link of this page again? Because I am opening it, but somehow it is not loading for me. So if you can send me the link of this page directly, the
Okay.
screenshot that you sent me. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Once you send the
I
link, just let me know. I'll take a look. Okay, got it. Okay. I think, Nicola, you've sent me the editor link. Can you send me the link of the screenshot page, the course that you've created?
the sales page that I've just sent you the screenshot.
Yes, correct. That is the link that I want.
Okay. Sorry, Mami, to be so
No problem. I completely understand.
That's what's showing in the browser.
One second. Somehow when I'm opening it, is this page published?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm wondering if I haven't linked it.
It's just not loading for me somehow. I want the sales page link of the course up cycle cards, ribbon labels, the one that you've created.
Yeah, I've got a feeling I haven't linked it because I've forgotten how to do it.
Okay, but have you published the course? Have you made it live for me to take a look?
Yes, it is live.
Yeah. Can you share the link of this page with me?
Which page do you want? Oh,
The screenshot that you shared with me on the chat, right? This
yeah.
page, the link of this page, the screenshot that you've sent me.
Okay. Hang on a minute. Sorry to be so stupid.
You're not the only one.
Oh, the link. Da, 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 da. Oh, hang on a minute. Hmm.
If you copy the link from the browser
Yeah,
and copy that link and send it to me.
that's the one I've sent. 878167.
This is the editor link. This is taking me to your login site. Okay, let me share my screen and show you what I'm saying.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
One second. So this is the screenshot that you shared with me. Do you see this link?
Yes. Yep.
I want this link because if I'm clicking it from the picture, it is opening up, but it's not loading for me. So I want a direct link so that I can try this link. I want this particular link.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I'll go back to the actual course then, not that
Yes.
page. Oh, I'll be with you in a minute.
That's absolutely okay. So what I'll do is I'll take Fion's question, and by the time I have your link, I'll
Yeah,
test it.
okay, thank you.
Yes. Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, my question is regarding courses. It came out of the second seminar, and I'm sure I saw who was the chap that did that, the one that speaks fast, David. So I'm sure when he was showing the difference between how it views on laptop as opposed to tablet and mobile, I'm sure he was managing to resize the pages or the elements or blocks or
Yeah.
whatever by clicking on the side like you would, if you were in Word or something, a different
Yeah.
program. And I just can't do that, and I don't know why.
Okay. There might be a possibility that you're not aware of where to do it from.
I'm not what?
I'm saying there's a possibility you might know where, you might not be aware of where to do it from, like where that feature is. Is that a possibility?
Sorry, I don't know what you mean.
Okay. So what I mean is that chances are you don't know where that feature in Zenler is. You want to know the position of that feature, where to click to be able to adjust the
Oh, I
elements.
see. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll share my screen and I'll show it to you.
Let me just enlarge it as well. Oh, so what have I done? I've reduced it. Good. Oh, hang on.
I'm just
Oh,
going to the page editor for now. Don't worry.
right. I've just blooming well reduced there. I'll make it full screen
So
there.
once you are in the page editor, do you see this option?
Yep.
So you click here, you'll be able to go to the desktop version, the tablet version, and the mobile version.
Yep, I know that.
That's it.
But he was managing to click on the side and reduce or enlarge the I don't know if it was a block or an element. Do you know what I mean?
Can you share the link of that video and the timing where you want me to look at? I'll take
Okay,
a look.
I'll have to go back to that, I think. All right, I'll
Sure.
have to go back to that and find it. It might not be today, it might be another day. But the other question I had, if you want to go back to Nicola, please do. But the other question I had was, can I clone a block or something from a sales page and copy it to a non-sales page?
You can.
How do you do that
There is
then?
there is an option called custom blocks in Zenler. Uh, Let me just share my screen once again. I'll open this particular page again. Let me go back to the desktop version. Do you see this option? Save block as template?
Whereabouts is it? And it's very small on my screen.
1 second. Let me just annotate for you. Do you see this option here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you click on this option and then this will get saved in your Zenler system, and then you can go and import it anywhere on the same site.
Right. So how would you import it then? You have to
Okay.
you have to set up a new block, an element, and whatever.
Yeah. For example, I'll click on add new block. As soon
Mm-hmm.
as I can add new block, I'll go here to custom blocks and I have all the custom blocks saved.
Oh, I see. Custom blocks. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I've got
Thank
that.
you. All right. Nicola, I'm taking a look at your page,
Thank you.
but the screenshot that you have shared me and this, oh, here it is. Okay, got it. All right. Okay, so this is the page. If I click
Yeah.
on and see, you need to link the buttons, because if I click on, okay. If I click on enroll course, it is directly going to the checkout page. But
Yeah.
if I click on sign up now, this is going to page not found. So that button does not have the right link. The sign up button does not have the right link. Here, this needs to change. The link in this
Right.
needs to change. But let
Yeah.
me click enroll in course. And now your question is whether you should have the VAT here or not. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, the VAT, yes, that's right. You've actually picked up a coupon there, that
That's how
one.
you sent it to me.
Yeah,
The coupon
yeah.
was applied to the
Um,
link.
Okay. I'm going to thank you for your help, Mamit, but I had a problem with my site not working. It wasn't going to painting with Nicola. It was going to Zenler. And I've had to update the DNS and all the rest of it. So I
Yeah.
think that's probably what's at the bottom of this. Okay, I'm still
I don't
sorting
think
it out.
so. Oh, yeah. If you see
You
here,
see it? Yeah,
painting.newzelner.com.
that's the wrong address. That's an old address. And I think
Right,
it's because the integration hasn't updated.
right. That could be a
Yeah.
reason. Could be a
Okay,
reason. Yeah,
so I'm gonna say thank you for your help and let you help somebody else because I'll get back to that and sort that out. Thank you, darling. Okay,
sure.
lots of love.
Thank you, Nicola. Thank you. Same to you.
Okay, darling, bye.
Yes. All right. So I'll go to Patricia first, Deborah, and then I'll come to you. Hi, Patricia. How are you?
Hello. I don't know what I will ask you. I just
Okay.
jump in to learn.
All right. That's not a problem at all. If you have a question, just put it on the chat or prompt me. I'll be happy to
Okay,
answer.
thank you.
Yeah. Yes, Deborah, tell me.
Okay, so it's the same thing as it was before. I've just sent you a screenshot. Can you see that screenshot
Okay.
in chat?
Yes, you've changed the color of the background
Yes.
color you've changed to orange, right?
Yeah, I've changed it to bright orange so that I can definitely see it if it works, okay? But it's still not changing the background color in the site. It's still not changing it.
Okay. Could you
So,
send me the link of your site?
yeah.
And you're referring to the change of the color on the pages, right? Not inside dashboard of Zenler, just to confirm.
Right, there you go. So, so this is in branding, background color in the body. That's what I've done it. I've changed it in that, yeah.
Right. I was just
Uh,
confirming that you're referring to the change on the pages, not to the dashboard of Zenler, correct?
no, yeah. So when I go into preview to look at the site, the main body of the site is still white.
Okay, but I see that your site looks, one second, let me just share the screen. This looks green and orange to me. So
Oh,
which white are you
okay.
referring to?
Okay. So I'm not seeing that in my preview. That's not what I'm seeing.
Like I
So,
said, I'm sure the histories of the cookies might not have been updated so far. It might take you a while to see the update.
right. So you think I should just change it, leave it, forget about it, and then hopefully it will just do it eventually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just keep removing your history and cache for a little while, for 2-3 hours, and then you'll be able to see the update.
Right. Okay. But I've literally just changed that to orange. So, but
Oh,
I can't see it. I can't see that on mine.
I'll tell you why. Because, I have opened your site for the first time, so the update is loading. But you load
Yes.
your site 100 times a day. So your browser has the, last updated saved too much in its history. So once the history is cleared, once the cache is cleared, the update will show.
I did clear
Yeah,
it before. I did
Scott gives
clear it.
the
Yeah.
Scott gives a really nice idea. He says try the incognito mode.
Yeah. I'm in incognito. Thank you, Scott. I
Uh-oh.
am in it.
Okay.
I just
I think give it a
okay.
couple of hours. I'm sure it'll update.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm going to leave you there,
All
but
right.
thank you. I'll give that a
Okay.
try and see what happens. Okay. Thanks very
All
much.
right.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Yes, Vion, do you have another question that I can help you with? You're muted if you're saying something. Is there another question that I can help you with? If not, then I'm right here. If you have any question, let me know on the chat. And anybody who's watching us live right now, if you have a question, put it under the live stream or hop on using the Zoom link in the description on the chat, or just prompt me and I'll be right here to answer your question. I'll be right here, just a waiting screen, but you have a question, let me know and I'll hop on. Hi, Shivi, how can I help you? Is there a question I can help you with? If you're saying something, you're muted. Or if you have a question, just put it on the chat and I'll take it for you. Hi, Fia. How can I help you?
Hi, I was getting so confused. It was so quiet in here. I was like, what's nobody here?
We were talking a lot just before you came in, 5 minutes before. So since all the questions were answered, so I
Uh,
had a window for people to come in and ask their question.
well, I popped in just at the right time then.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So, I was on the call before and asked you about I'm trying I mean, I'm setting up memberships and I'm using the platform in ways it was not intended, so I have to do a lot of sort of workarounds, which I get to be creative. And one thing that I'm still trying to figure out we started talking about last time is I have events or lives where I want them to be able to be paid and unpaid. Like I want them to be able to be part of those memberships, but I also
Okay.
want them to be able to be, if you're not in the memberships yet, and you just want to join, for a single occasion, then you should to do that as well. But
Okay.
it becomes a little bit more complicated because I also have the three different memberships, and sometimes you're supposed to be able to join, and sometimes you're not because it depends on what level of membership you have. So
Okay.
I'm really sort of twisting my head around how I can figure this out technically to make it work with both those parameters.
Right.
Mm.
It's an easy solution, as I understand. There is something called as a tier system in Zenler, where you can have different pricing plans and you can offer different things to people in one enrollment only. For example, let's say you have a course wherein you are offering one live class, multiple videos, and something else. So now
Mhm.
you want to offer your customers one live class and no reading material at all, and you have a different price for that. So you will create one plan. Plan number one, $100, only live class, no recording material. Plan number two, $200, live class plus recording material. Plan number three, $300, one live class, recording material plus assignments. So whichever the customer pays for, they will get access to only what they have paid for on the back end. But the sales page, the course page, everything remains one. But the payment, on the basis of the payment, the access will change in the course access dashboard. That's
Well,
called the tier system in Zenler.
yeah, but it doesn't really work because I've got three different memberships. So it's not
Oh,
like there's three different bundles. And
okay.
when I set up the lives, some people, like some lives are for all the memberships, and some lives are for only like one membership or two of the memberships. So it's about the live calls where I'm getting stuck. If it was only sort of content, then I figured, but it's the live calls that get me stuck because let's say, for example, you're in membership B, where you have access to sort of 70% of the calls, but you want to join a call at one time and pay for that particular call that is actually part of another membership. That's
Oh,
where
okay. All
yeah,
right.
that's
So what
where
you want to do is you want one membership to have access to another call membership, and
sometimes,
pay for it separately or just like a
yes,
complimentary access?
no, pay for it separately because also sometimes people come from the outside that don't want to be in the membership, but they also just want to join one call. So it's
Oh,
so I
okay.
have I have both customers that come from the memberships and people that come maybe randomly just at one time, um, that are in the same call, which is
Hmm.
where I'm trying to see if I can figure that out. Because I mean, if I can't, then I'll just have to change the model and do some other way. But
Hmm.
because last time you also suggested that I can do two separate calls, but then send them to the same link. But that I don't manage to figure that out in the system. Like that I have two separate, like one paid they're called the same, but one paid and one unpaid.
This is a
Anyway,
tricky one. We'll
I
have to apply.
know it is. I know it is a tricky one
Yeah.
because I'm using the memberships in a way they're not intended. That's why it gets tricky, and I know that, but I still want to figure it out.
Right.
Yeah.
I think because one thing is for sure, if you want one member to
Mm,
join another membership's call and you want them to pay for it,
mm,
then I think you would have to use some kind of a custom payment gateway here. Because
mm,
in Zenler, whenever you collect payment, you collect it for some kind of a resource that they're getting. Either it's a course, either it's a webinar, or either it's a booking.
mm,
Because whenever whatever they pay for, they will get the detail. For example, let's say you create a live interactive webinar and you collect the payment there. But then
mm,
they will start getting details of that live interactive webinar, which is actually not the live interactive webinar that you've created for your community. That could be the case.
mm,
So I think what I would suggest is if you can create, if you can use some kind of a payment gateway like Stripe, where you collect the payment for these one-timers separately and
mm,
then give them access to your live calls. For your live calls, you can use one-to-one booking link. When you
mm.
use one-to-one booking link, there is an invite link that you get after the one-to-one booking is created. That
Yeah,
invite link bypasses the registration. So
right.
whoever pays this extra amount, you can
Mm,
give that one-to-one invite link to that person so they don't have to register, do anything, get into any bundle, get into any membership. They can attend a one-time call of another membership by
mm.
just paying separately to you and then join through the one-to-one invite link.
Okay, and then the one-to-one calls, because I have a calendar as well where I'm using the calendar function where all the calls show up in the calendar. And
Yeah.
there's only one calendar, so all the calls I create and make them public, they end up in the same calendar. Um,
Okay.
which is how it works. Like I can't make several calendars that have different. Um, I haven't figured out a way to do that anyways in Zendler. A Zoom like an event calendar that different, like it is only one, like, and all the calls end up in the same calendar. So in that calendar, when I make a one-to-one booking, does it still show up there in the calendar, like as a live call?
Yeah, but is your
Yeah, okay.
calendar public?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You can hide it then. When you're creating that one-to-one, you can
Mm,
say hide this meeting and then it will not appear in your calendar.
hmm. Can I? Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna try to work around this a little bit more. Um,
Sure.
can I so let's say for the actual memberships,
Yeah.
so let's say I have 10 live calls, and then I have
Okay.
membership A should get access to two of those calls, but maybe not access at all to the other ones. They can't pay for the other ones even. Like they can only join the two ones that are part of their membership. And then membership B has access to six of those calls, and then membership C have access to 10 of those calls, all of those calls.
Right. You can absolutely
Uh,
do this. This is
yeah.
doable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my idea for that was to do courses. Like I have a bundle, but then I had the idea to do a course for each bundle and then add the live calls that bundle should have access to in that course. That should
Sorry.
work.
Sorry, can you come again?
Yeah. So I had the idea to make, let's say I have a bundle A, then I make a course A, and then I put the live calls in that course.
Absolutely, you can do that. You can do that.
But then if they click in the calendar and click on one of the other ones, they will be able to access it anyways because it's free. Damn it, that doesn't work. Okay, never mind. Okay, you see, I'm sorry
So
for
what you
swearing.
can do is when you create lives, you can attach it to a particular course. When you
Mm.
attach a live to a particular course, that would mean only people enrolled in that particular course can access that live. So even if it is on your calendar, it will
Mm.
restrict other people to join that program, that live
Right,
class.
right. But can I attach a live to the same live to several courses?
Yes, you can. Absolutely, you can do that.
So that solves the problem.
Yeah.
With like if we're only spending the time like with it if we only have our thoughts within the memberships, then that solves the problem for
Yeah,
that part.
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, but then I still have to figure out how to do the paid ones, but I have a separate website and I can do it through there. So I think maybe I'm gonna give this a try.
Sure. Let us know what is the
I'm
result.
gonna give this a try.
Yeah.
Um, and I have one more question, which is much more straightforward. And
Absolutely.
it's also about, since I use so many lives and Zoom, I when I go into my Zoom, I can't spotlight the video. Like I can't get the video to spotlight. So it records all the participants no matter like how I do it, because that option doesn't, I can't find the option. Is it a
Okay.
setting that I have to switch on?
So when you are referring to your cloud recording, when you open the cloud recording page, there are two icons to it. I will just show you if I have a cloud recording in front of me. Let me
Yeah,
just show it to you. So whenever you open a cloud recording, there are two options. One is download and one is open all files.
yeah.
Uh, and what we need to be able to do is we need to open all files. Let
Mhm.
me just show it to you so that you see it and
Okay.
it looks easier for you.
Yeah.
1 second. Okay. If I click on cloud recording, if I come here, you see two options, right? This is the down. If I click on this, it will
Hmm.
copy the URL and it will download directly. I will copy the URL here. I'll put it onto my browser. And here you will see I'll get an option to download all files. When I download all files, I will get all the views. I'll get the view where only I am visible with the screen share, with the participant as well. I'll get all the views.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that's how you need to download the recording.
Okay, which one was it that I needed to download? I'm so sorry.
No problem. You need to copy here,
Yeah,
put it in on your browser,
yeah.
and then download all files on the top.
Okay. And then the one I get, there
You'll
should be
get
one.
multiple versions. You'll get
Yeah,
multiple versions.
yeah,
Open it, check the version you want,
yeah.
rename it, and delete the others.
Yeah, but if I don't spotlight when recording, it brings the participants into the call, and I don't want the participants like I don't want them in the video.
When you get different views, you will get a view where the participants will not come in the video. It will only be you. There are multiple versions in all files.
Huh, and I haven't been able to find that one then.
Yeah.
Okay, is it called that speaker only view, Scott?
I am not sure if it gives speaker only, but you'll have to check this once by downloading all files.
Okay, and then check each one.
Yeah. And what Scott is saying is when you open the Zoom room, there is an option on the top of your Zoom screen, which is view. So you get four options, which is speaker, like right now I get speaker, gallery, multi-speaker, immersive. The speaker view that I will choose is the view that will be recorded.
No. When the people start talking, okay, well, anyways. I will have to look at this too and see if I can figure it out.
Right. So
Yeah.
as much as I understand, if you download the recording from all files from Zenler, no matter if you have done it in your Zoom, meeting or not, you will get multiple versions. One version will be where only you will be visible and your face will be visible without the recording if you were sharing your screen. Even if
Mm,
you were sharing your screen will not be visible, only you'll be visible. Second
mm.
one, you on the screen, both will be visible. Third
Aha.
one, you screen and the people will also keep popping in. And the
Ah,
fourth one is that it will be all people and the screen will not be visible. So Zenler will give you all kinds of views and then you
ah.
can choose the best one that you want to keep.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna test it. It's perfect. Thank you so much for
All
your
right.
answer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All
Thank you
right.
so much.
All right. So, Vion, I see that you have found the example page builder on 26 minutes. Let
Yeah.
me check.
I think it's
This
about
first one,
26:38.
Introduction to Zenler. Is it the first one, Introduction to Zenler?
No, it's page builder. So
Okay,
it's number
live
2.
on 26 minutes, is it?
26:38.
Oh, that's very precise.
Let
Yeah, I've got it. Let me check.
me just see if I can bring it up
I'll
as
just share my screen.
okay. Yeah, that's the bit. I can't do that.
Oh, it's the same thing that I'm telling you. It's just that David is doing that using one of his tools. But what I told you was the same thing. When you open your page, for example, I'll go here, I'll open a course page. It's the same thing that I told you. It's just that he's doing more flawlessly because of his tools. But I'll just open the page here and open the editor. I'll also listen to what he's saying. Wait.
And that is that part. So but try to save often. That way, in case your internet crashes or anything, then you've got that page. So let's refresh this page, and now you can see we've got this lovely block in here. And if I reduce this down for a mobile device, you're going to see it's going to go like this. Notice that the image, because it's center, is appearing in the center. Okay, like that. And that is
Okay, so it's just that, because of the skill that he has and the way he's doing it, it looks very flawless, but it's the same thing. Here is an icon where this is the desktop view, this is the tablet view, and this is the mobile view. It's the same exact thing. It's just that he's doing it maybe using a tool so that it's looking so flawless. It's the same exact thing like I told you.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Right, that's really helpful. I thought I was just being stupid.
Actually,
Absolutely.
Manmeet, what David was doing, because I was there, he's actually showing responsive page design. So was
Right.
taking, he was using like the view mode or a live page and grabbing the size of your web browser and showing that
Ah,
as you move the browser, it will respond to. So, like if somebody had a really thin browser, they'll see whole page, or if you
got
had
it.
full screen, you would see
So
it.
I understood what Scott is saying. What I'm doing is here I'm on the editor page, so I can't do that. When I'm on the view page, I can also do that here. I can shorten my screen. See, I'm just moving my browser page.
Right, so you have to go to view to do it.
Not just
Oh,
let's take this page also. I've understood what he's doing. Let's say I'm on this page, and here is my browser. This is my complete browser. So I've picked up this. One second. Here. One second, let me shorten it. Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm technically just moving and resizing my browser page. And you can do it with any page.
right. So it wasn't in
That's what
Zenler.
he's
It was within the browser. Okay.
correct. Correct.
Oh, right. Okay, I've got
Thank
it
you,
now.
Scott.
Thank you, Scott.
Yeah, Yvonne,
Yeah.
the example was just to show you that while we still want to check it using the way that Manmeet said for the various things like tablets and phones and all of that, he was just showing that if you go to a web page, like in your regular browser, don't think of Zendler, and you change the size of your browser, if the page is responsive, it will rezoom to fit the page. If it's not responsive, when you do that, you'll see things cut off. That was what he was showing. And you can try that
Right.
on any website.
Mm. Oh, okay, thank you. I was thinking that I should be able to resize, an element or a block or whatever, within Zoom in the same way, but obviously not. I know how to resize it using the padding and stuff. But yeah, I'm with you now, so that's helpful. At least
And
I know
this
the
the responsive design is automatic, so you don't have to worry about it. That's the great part about Zenler. It's built into the
answer.
system, so you can then
Yeah,
play with them and see how things look in different sizes.
right. Okay, excellent. Thank you. Thank you both.
Thank you, Scotch. Yes, Alison, how
Am I
can I help
next?
you?
Okay.
Yes.
So I have had, I've got my webpage and stuff all set up, so I'm all good with that stuff, but I want to start doing emails. And
Okay.
so I have a couple different types of lists that I use, different people, segmented. And so I'm trying to decide, do I create more than one list? And this is always the question with emailing. Do I use tags, and so on. And the reason why what I'd like to be able to do is I have this like community group, meaning a group that I work with in the community, that don't necessarily want to get information about the stuff that I'm doing for my business. And I'm wondering, right now it's on MailChimp, but I'm trying to get off of there completely. And can I set it up so that when I email out to this particular list, that it has a different reply to email than my business email? Can I set it
Yes.
up so that it looks like it's coming from this other group?
Okay. So both the things can be done. First, I would definitely say that you should have different lists by using tags. You can segregate people using courses. You can segregate people using funnel pages. So in the filters, you have multiple filters. Are they enrolled in this particular course? Are they a part of this particular, are they a lead in this particular marketing funnel? And then the tags they have come through. All of that can be done. When you are sending out the email, on the top, you have an option from email, and that's manual. That's not
Oh, okay.
dynamic. You can always change that from email. So if you wanted to land into, if you want the replies to land into a different inbox, then you can always put a different email ID in the from email.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that help?
All right. And is it the same thing for the reply to? Can I manually change the reply to email?
So whichever email you send it from is the same email where
Oh,
exactly the reply will come.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, good. And then I have a completely different question is, so can I add a payment block, I guess you would call it, into a funnel?
Okay.
Because the only place I've been able to see that was in courses.
Can you change? Can you come again?
Can I add, like if I go in and I have a couple funnels for events that I'm running, and I want people to be able to, pay right then and there. And so right now what I'm having to do is I'm having to create like a Stripe payment link, and they're going off-site and paying that way. Is there a way to get them to pay right within Zendler using Stripe?
Okay, you can do that. Live interactive webinars in Zenler are paid. So you can create your event on live interactive webinar, which is paid. And then when they register for a live interactive webinar, they can pay through it and register for it, which will be collected in Zenler via Stripe.
Okay. This isn't a webinar though. It's like an in-person event.
Oh, in that case, I think Stripe would be a better option.
Okay, so the way I'm doing it is the best way. I can't just put in a payment block like the way you can with courses.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And then I had a question. I can't even remember where I saw this before, but for some reason I was trying to post my link to my website somewhere, and it gave me an error saying that I didn't have the right sitemap.xml. And I remember seeing in the Facebook group that you have to like regenerate that every time pretty much every session.
I'll share it with you. I'll share a support link that will help you understand how to do the sitemap.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
So I regenerated it, but I was like, I don't know where this is supposed to be and what they're looking at to try to see if it had a sitemap or not. And how do I actually see the sitemap?
Yes, I've shared it with you.
Okay. Okay, come on, you open up. There it goes. Okay. Awesome. Okay, and is there any other things that you can tell me that I should know about sending emails? I've done tons of email sending over the decades, but just using the Zenler mail. Is there anything I should, because I'm about to start up doing my monthly newsletter. Again, I was on MailChimp before, and I haven't sent anything for almost a year. So I feel like I'm going to get a bunch of bounces back and things like that. Is there anything that I can do, you
Yeah,
know?
I would suggest that attend the Saturday session where we are covering email broadcast. There's a tour of Zendler going on, and on Saturday I'll be covering 1 p.m. GMT email broadcast. That session would help you.
Okay, so 1 p.m. Luckily, we're on daylight savings time, so now I'm only 4 hours behind you.
Yeah.
I'm on the East Coast. Okay, so 1, so that'd be 9 a.m. my time. Okay. All right. What day is that?
That would be Saturday.
Yeah, I should be able to do that if I remember. Awesome. Okay, that's the only thing I really had was the questions about the email and the payment. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Allison.
All right, bye.
Thank you. Patricia, I see your questions on the chat you're having with Scott. I sense the lag. There is a little bit of lag always. It wouldn't always be exact same thing that I've said it in here goes there, because it is happening live here and it takes a few seconds to transcribe there. So there will be a lag, but there should not be a discrepancy or a voice mismatch. That shouldn't be there. A lag means that what I'm doing here at, let's say, 5 p.m. GMT goes there at 5:02 or 5:01. That is possible. But I'm saying something and something else is coming over. That shouldn't happen. That could happen because of internet issues. Or if, the integration is not done rightly. That could be a case. That's why I shared the link that we are streaming right now. Take a look at it for a couple of minutes and check how is you're attending it live. So you'll be able to see how the stream is looking right now. We've had quite a busy session today, and we've covered lots of questions that you can watch the replay on and check if your question was answered today. If you have any more questions, keep coming back to the Thursday live educational support at 4 p.m. UK time every Thursday. Coming up Saturday is the live 5 of the Zenler tour, and I would be covering email broadcast. If you haven't already, make sure you go to the Facebook events area in the community and check the lives that we've done already. We've covered courses, we've covered page builders, we've covered the introduction, and we've covered the live areas of Zenler as well. And the tour is yet to go on until the complete March. Remember to watch the tour of Zendler and learn all the basics and sky up your site. I'll see you next Thursday. Until then, bye-bye.